Anyone who watched a criminal show or movie may have heard a detective or a police officer recite off the phrases, "You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law." But how did such a regulation for the Miranda speech come to be? It all started in March 1963 in Phoenix, Arizona, when a man by the name of Ernesto Miranda kidnapped an 18-year-old girl walking to a bus stop after her shift in the movie theater. Ernesto forced the victim into his car, tying her hands to her back. He drove her outside of the city and raped her. He dropped the victim off near her house. The victim then reported the crime to the Phoenix police. Days after the report, Ernesto Miranda was taken into custody. The police asked Miranda to stand in a lineup, and Miranda agreed. After the lineup, Miranda was brought to interrogation without a lawyer. Then for 2 hours, Miranda was questioned by multiple officers. During the interrogation, the officers brought the victim face to face to Miranda, guilt-tripping him. Finally, Miranda confessed after he realized that the officers would not let him go. Miranda was led to incriminate himself.
Ernesto Miranda, under the charges of rape and kidnap, you'll be serving a 20 to 30-year sentence. It's empty.
Ernesto's confession was written and signed, which later was used to convict him in his trial in the Arizona court. The Arizona court sentenced him to a 20 to 30-year sentence and arrested him.
Ernesto Miranda, you're arrested for raping and kidnapping a woman.
However, after the Arizona court decision, Miranda's lawyer, Alvin Moore, appealed to the Arizona Supreme Court. Alvin Moore reasoned, quote, "Was Miranda's statement made voluntarily? Was he afforded all the safeguards to his rights provided by the Constitution of the United States and the laws and the rules of the courts?" End quote. Since Miranda was not explicitly told his constitutional rights in the Fifth and Sixth Amendment, Moore reasoned that the evidence used against Miranda was invalid.
Alright, Miranda, I'll give you this Constitution. Use it wisely. Read the Fifth and the Sixth Amendment carefully.
The Fifth and Sixth Amendment? Hey Arizona, read up!
The Fifth Amendment guarantees the right to be silent. Quote, "No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself." End quote. Diagnosed with a mental illness and unaware of his rights in the Constitution, Miranda was forced to speak, being threatened by the police officers without the opportunity to keep silent. Furthermore, Miranda wrote a confession against himself, which incriminated him. However, the Fifth Amendment clearly states that a person cannot, quote, "be a witness against himself," end quote. Also, in the Sixth Amendment, every citizen is entitled to an attorney during any questioning, even outside the courts, including in police offices. Start quote, "In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall have the assistance of counsel for his defense," end quote. However, during the interrogation, Miranda was not told that he could have a lawyer. And in the interrogation room, there were no lawyers to prevent Miranda from self-incriminating himself. The Supreme Court Chief Justice Earl Warren ruled, under a 5-4 majority, that Ernesto Miranda's confessions could not be used as evidence. Chief Justice Warren required police officers to read out the Miranda warning before custody to ensure that the accused recognized their full rights of the Constitution. Just as the framers wanted a just and unbiased trial and criminal system, the U.S. protects every U.S. citizen's life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, even in their wrongdoings. This case represents the very symbol of America and its promise of human liberties and the Constitution that people are entitled to.